There you are.
Hey, I'm great, and you guys? So good to see you here one more time. I had an
Good to see
interview
you.
with you in São Paulo, but in person.
Good to see you
Yes.
again.
Well, you get
And
all of us today. We're well, not all of us. Nobody wants to talk to Josh Wills, but yeah.
Josh is dead.
oh my God, but I miss Josh. Guys, I'm starting this interview to say that I'm using the friendship bracelets from Story of the Year. Look at that.
Nice.
Cool.
I got a lot of them as well.
Yeah, I bought this at São Paulo concert.
Nice.
To start this interview, I'm going to introduce myself. And if you can introduce yourself in a short way, like my name is Ryan, my name is Adam, and then. So to start, my name is Mayara. I'm from the website called Big Rock and Roll from Brazil. And today we are going to talk about the new album. And I had the pleasure to do the review of this album before it gets on Spotify. So thanks for the opportunity, HQ Music. That's it. If you can introduce yourself in a short way, please.
Hello, my name is Dan. I sing in this here band.
My name's Uncle Ryan. I play the bassoon.
My name's Adam. I play bass.
So to start, what does the name of the album? All Rage is still Only Numb, so A.R.S.O.N. What does this name, the title of this album, really mean to you? When did you realize this would be the title of the album?
We came
We
up with
always
this one faster, right, than usual?
Yeah, we always pick a title at the end of the process. You know, you have to hear all the songs and kind of see what the album feels like. And okay, what makes sense and what is this album? What represents this album? So yeah, the line here for the A.R.S.O.N. was from Gasoline, and I spelled out arson, and then we just thought that was a cool standout line. It was like, okay, that could be a cool title if we make an acronym for it. So we kind of built it backwards, and then yeah, just the
Backronym.
word backronym, and then the words rage and numb just kind of encompass the feeling of the record. So all rage, still only numb. It made sense.
Hey, I had a realization the other day, band members, because when I've been answering this question in interviews, I was saying how since we did it as a backronym, we each kind of probably have our own interpretation of it. We just knew it sounded right. It fit the vibe.
Yeah.
But the all rage, still only numb thing, the kind of the different edges of the spectrum of emotion, maybe in a way. It's almost like in a movie where someone is in a situation where someone's talking to them or berating them or something, and they just want to fucking kill this person, and it all of a sudden it cuts fast to a shot of them just beating the shit out of a person or like just shooting everyone, and then it cuts back and they're still just standing there like it was just in their head, you know? And it's like a version of like it's like the feeling of like the catharsis that can come from just unleashing, but in the end you're still just this numb person who is in this emotional state that you don't know how to deal with. You know what I mean?
You
So
need
we just found
counseling.
out we found out that Adam has daydreams of murdering people as well.
Yeah, it's mainly it's murder
Yeah.
with fire.
That's what the name means. Yes.
And talking about Gasoline, feels heavy, powerful, and it was the first song of this album, like the single of this album, and it reminds some fans of your early days. It reminds the old songs. Was that intentional, or did it happen naturally?
No, this is something I've been talking about a whole lot in interviews lately. I, I don't know. I just feel like, especially this record and the one before it, this last two, man, we don't go in there into the studio planning. You know, it's not calculated. It's not, hey, we're gonna make heavier songs this time. We're gonna like we just let songs happen. We're getting a lot better at that. And speaking for myself, when I write music, anytime I go into it thinking like, hey, I want to try to make a song like Until the Day I Die, or I want to make a heavy song, or today I just really want to make a slow, like it always turns out bad. Always across, it never works. So I sit down to write, and whatever wants to come out that day, I just let it come out. Fast, heavy, slow, soft, whatever. And I feel like that mindset has just like kind of carried over to writing the lyrics and melodies as well. Like when we all got in the studio together, it was just we just sat down and just let things come out, you know, and the songs almost told us what they wanted to be like. and it was just very free flowing, organic process. You know, we've kind of learned how to not force it. You know, because I think that's when you can get into that flow state, and you can get into that, you know, get in that mindset of not being like precious about every note, every word, everything, and just let it come out. We've gotten a lot better at that, you know?
I remember there being some moments when we were sitting around writing together, finishing up things, doing arrangements, vocal stuff, lyrics, all that kind of stuff, though, where in the moment, as an idea started to come together, we would think, "Oh, that's good. Yeah, it would be cool to do that. We haven't done that in a while." Like Dan's screaming as much as he is on this album, I think when those opportunities came up and it was kind of like, well, what if this whole verse is heavy and Dan's screaming? It did, in my brain at least, and some of us activate like a sort of, yeah, we've been missing that. We didn't do that on the last album. That would be cool if we would go there on this one, kind of thing. But like Ryan said, nothing completely calculated from the very beginning, more like in the moment.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I'm just like whatever makes the song the most compelling and the best, and you know, it makes me feel things. That's the only kind of filter I kind of run things through right now, you know?
And we all just go, "Ooh, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just, yeah, it's just whatever makes us happy, really. It's like, "Oh yeah, it'd be cool if you yelled there." Yeah, right on. Scream that harder. Yeah, scream the whole time. Cool. Just keep screaming.
Yeah, I know if I like this morning, I worked on music all morning. If I would have walked in this morning and said like, "All right, I'm gonna make a really heavy song and I'm gonna try to use my whammy bar," like it would be the worst. Like I just,
Yeah.
you just gotta let it happen, you know?
Just have fun, make
Yeah.
music.
Yep.
And talking about Fall Away, because Fall Away, it's so different because of the collaboration with Jacoby Shaddix. I don't know how to say it. Shaddix, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shaddix. How did the collaboration happen? Because this is the different song from the album. I really like this one. And what did he bring to the song?
We wrote that, and it went through a couple different versions of it. But originally, I was kind of yelling and kind of I did the same verse. We wrote it before he was on it, and there's a version where I was singing it, the whole verse as well. But it was really weird, and it didn't really fit with my voice. We were all like, "Ah, it's kind of cool, whatever." It'd be a lot cooler if we get somebody like Jacoby to do it. And luckily, he's such a cool dude, and we've known each other for a long time. And he was down to do it, and it just worked out really, really awesome. And his voice is way cooler doing that than mine was.
Dude,
yeah, go ahead.
I have to say, I loved the version that Dan did. It might have felt weird for Dan, but I loved it. I mean, it was much more like hardcore, almost like Madball. Like there's like this kind of like New York hardcore kind of vibe to it, because you know that's Dan's shit. I love it, and I'm bummed that it'll never see the light of day and people won't hear that. But having Jacoby on is incredible, and we're so stoked that it all worked out.
Yeah, and kind of keeping with that spirit of like just things happening organically and almost like serendipitously. We were just in the studio at the exact same time as Papa Roach in separate rooms doing a songwriting session. And Jacoby just kept leaving his session to come hang out with us. And he'd be like, "All right, I got to go back to my session." He'd go back, and then like 20 minutes later, he'd be back in the room, kind of, we'd be hanging out. We just all hit it off super well. So yeah, it was very serendipitous. It's Colin's like, "Hey, dude, I can just go ask Jacoby right now because he's 20 feet away." And we were like, "Actually, that would be super dope. Like, let's just do that." Cool. It just kind of happened, you know?
I think that I have time for the last two questions. The first one right now is you worked again with Colin. So what was different this time comparing to Tear Me to Pieces?
Not much. The schedule is different, but not much else.
Scheduling. He's busier now because he's the drummer of Linkin Park now. So you know that the scheduling is he's a busy man. And so yeah, we had to do this record in a bunch of different 2-week periods. Like we would fly to LA, record a couple songs, fly home.
Almost 2 years, right? Almost 2 years of it.
It took a while, and but it's cool because then we would do a couple songs and have time to like listen and reflect and think like, okay, what do we need now? What direction do we need to go? And then we would rework some songs and stuff. So that was a little different, but it was kind of like that last time too. But yeah, Colin's just super talented, amazing. He's an amazing musician, amazing songwriter. So it's always, anytime we can work with him, it's awesome for us.
The biggest difference, though, is he wasn't actually the only producer on this album. There were some other writers that we worked with who he's worked with a bunch of times over the years. Dan Book is a writer slash producer who ended up essentially producing, fully producing a handful of songs. So Colin had sort of like an executive producer role for those, and he would come in, he would work on some of the writing with us, he would do production stuff after the fact. He and Kevin McCombs, our engineer, would work on the mixes together. So it was same vibe, like Ryan said, but more collaborative with a few more people.
And now I have a question about Brazil, because you played here last year, and what makes Brazilian fans special for you?
There's just an extra 30% of straight up passion for Brazilian fans. It's like, even from the first time we went there, we were really taken aback how enthusiastic fans are, you know, and when you've been doing this as long as us, it is really, really cool to witness.
The energy is insane. Like, I remember vaguely as a kid, as a metalhead, when I was a kid, seeing some videos of Sepultura playing home shows. And I remember thinking every show looks like the building's about to get burned down. Like it was just the most intense shit of all time.
A.R.S.O.N.
Yeah. And that's how it feels. Like the first time we ever played there and headlined, I thought the stage was going to collapse every night. It was just like the most insane, intense crowds, people that are just so hungry for music and love it so much and express it so much. It's really, really special. We love playing in Brazil.
Hopefully we'll be back soon.
And right now, to finish this interview, I hope that you come back soon to Brazil. I'm always writing on Instagram, come to Brazil again, come back soon. But to finish this, if you could describe the album just in one word, what would it be? It can be different words.
Okay.
One word.
I mean, we already picked one word, so we got to pick another word.
A.R.S.O.N.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
Music.
That's tough because I feel like
Dang.
there are a lot of, it's like we need more words these days to describe albums than we used to, you know?
I would say honest. I feel like it's an honest representation of where we're at in terms of
That's good.
all of our personalities and our musical tastes and our influences, and just, you know, it's what you hear on that record is what we genuinely thought were like the best songs and the songs that made us feel the most, you know? There's no tricks, you know? It's just like they're just straight up songs. There's no tricks.
Yeah, I like honest. That's perfect.
You know?
It's us. It is what it is. It is us at this moment. That's perfect. It's a good description.
And the album is so good. When I listen 3 a.m., I love 3 a.m. too. I think that this is the second song that I have like my favorite one. And the album is so good. It's like you were saying, because it's you. It's a story of the year. And then you scream a lot. you scream like in all the songs, and it's so
What
good.
do you mean?
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity one more time. Hope to see you here soon. And thanks, Junior HQ Music. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for hanging with us.
Dan, you should scream all your interviews, like all the questions, you know?
I think that song's pretty cool.
Oh, that's funny.
This is honest. The word that you choose.
Yeah.
So thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Obrigado.
See you.